if Lifetime and Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cow and Dr. Pia and Kinetic Content and all the good folks over there at the Married at First Sight, if y'all not going to take this season serious, I'm not going to take it serious either. Everything about this episode was so unserious, from the dramatization at the beginning to these mismatched couples to just Claude have mercy. Let's talk about it though, y'all. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. We are here for Married at First Sight Season 17, Episode 1. Mile High Matrimony. If you guys are brand new to the channel or returning viewers, I break down TV shows one recap at a time, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So, if you're brand new or you are a returning viewer that is not yet subscribed, I hope this is the video that changes your mind and convinces you to subscribe to the channel. Everybody else that's a part of the family, y'all, what did we watch? But let's talk about it, y'all. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So, first things first, there is a lack of diversity on the cast that y'all know troubles me. No black couple, no Hispanic couple, no Asian couple. I refuse to believe that this is a true representation of Denver, but we're going to roll with it. We're going to roll with it. Yes, I know there is a black lady. I'm saying a black couple, a Hispanic couple, an Asian couple. We typically have at least one of those three. But let's carry on. So, first things first, we start with Michael. I don't have a problem with Michael. I don't have a problem with Michael. But we start off with this dramatization, okay? We start with the dramatization where we see Michael and he's getting ready and he's putting his crown on. And this man has a sword, if you will. He got a whole sword up there, right? This is Michael. This is what Michael chose to wear to his wedding. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. What I'm saying is that if Michael would have gone through this with a professional matchmaker or somebody that just truly cared, and wanted the best for him, they'd have told him, maybe, just maybe, my guy, you shouldn't have the sword. Maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't have the crown on. This is a first impression. But hey, Michael said that he knows that he is an acquired taste, okay? As long as you know, sir, as long as you know. We then get, we're waiting, 20 minutes. We finally see a bride come out. For whatever reason, she got her lawyers on it. So because her lawyers are on it, we don't even see this heifer. We don't see her face. We don't see her name. Hell, we really don't even see the color of her hair. But she comes out and she says, "Oh, I don't think I can do this." And he said, "Oh." And I said, "Oh," with him, because you got your nerves, sis. How you look? Because what this is telling me, is that you don't like the way he looks, so you don't want to do it. I want to see your face. Because if you got the balls, the temerity, the audacity, the gall to come out and tell this man in his face, "I don't think I can do this," you did that after you looked at him. So he's in the back. His feelings are hurt, as they should be. And y'all, here's the thing. I know we say every year. I say every year. Every season. I do, at least. That, we want to see a realistic, somebody not really feeling it. But not like this. We don't want nobody's feelings to be hurt like this. So Michael's in the back. His feelings are hurt. And his friends are telling him, "You know what? You gonna find you somebody. She just wasn't the right person for you. We got to get his mojo back up." Because this was some bull. This was good. Now, y'all, I know y'all done did some detective work. I know y'all have. Get that in the comments. Let's talk. Who is this heifer? Because Michael seems like he's fun. He is out there. He's eccentric, but that's fine. Michael seems like he has a good personality and he's fun. Michael's cute too. I mean, he got a little bang going, but we can work with that. We can work with that. So we then go back 2 weeks and we see Michael telling his friends that he is getting married. Michael is 38 years old. He's a tech engineer. And he said he's very eccentric. He likes to put them things on, okay? He said he'll wear a man skirt. He wears different patterns and prints, and he's very, he know what he wants out of life when it comes to his dressing. And if that's what you want to do, Michael, do you, boo. Don't let this raggedy heifer that looked you in your face and felt that you were not good enough for her. I want to see her face. Let's dig into her ass. Girl, bye. Bye. Oh, that is so awful to do. Heifer. Then what's even worse is they cut her out of everything. So we just not going to see her package or nothing. Who was her lawyer? What's that one? Did she get Laura? Was it Laura Wasser? Did she get her? Ain't that the lady that represents all the celebrities and she gets all the women in divorces, like all the money and the child support and the spousal support? Is it Laura Wiseman? Y'all know who I'm talking about. We don't see her at all. Oh my God. So now the show starts, because now we done got that out the way. Now the show is going to start. I will say kudos, shout out to you, Lifetime, for you kinetic content, for understanding that we don't want to see all this extra. Save that for the matchmaking special. I don't need to see Pastor Cal come out and be like, "You ready to get married, sir?" I don't need to see that. That's why I don't watch them episodes. We want to come into the weddings. We really want to come into y'all being at the altar. But we got one wedding in the first episode, which I think is unheard of. The way they breeze through some of this stuff, we at least got one wedding. And not a cliffhanger. We got a wedding. All right, y'all. So let's get into it. So let's meet the rest of our peeps. So we have Emily and Brennan. That's who we meet next. Emily is 29 years old. She's an account executive at a tech company. Tells her friends that she's getting married, okay? Her friends are shocked, bewildered. You know why? She's never been in a relationship. So she is going from never being in a relationship, has never had a boyfriend, has never had a relationship, has never been in love. And she thought the best way to just jump into that life, jump into that lifestyle, jump into the next phase of her life is to marry, not only marry, but to marry a stranger. How unserious are you, Emily? How? How unserious are the experts? Let's use that loosely. How unserious are the experts that they picked her? Then to make it even worse, her friends are in the confessional. Well, she, basically she's selfish, she's self-absorbed, and it's like, damn. Y'all don't like your friend? So, sheesh. My God, Emily should not have been picked at all. Ridiculous. So Emily is married to, she's going to marry Brennan, okay? Brennan is a 28-year-old software consultant. He said that he's a New Yorker that speaks his mind. So you rude. No offense to the New Yorkers that's going to come in the comments and say whatever. I feel like whenever people are rude, they like to say, well, I'm from Jersey, that's how we are. Oh, I'm from the East Coast, that's how we are. So if that's he put that on y'all. He did, not me. He said that his inner New Yorker comes out when he's mad or passionate. That's probably when that accent come out. I love New York accents, love them. But I feel like he's gonna get upset about something real swollen in the chest, and that's when he's gonna go into the New York accent. Okay, so he considers his parents' toxic ass relationship an inspiration. Okay. For those of y'all that have been rocking with me, y'all know that I have said a number of times, my parents have been married for 45 years, right? For me, for my brother, we grew up with examples of a healthy marriage. Not to say that my parents never argue, because that's unrealistic. But my parents have good communication. You can tell my parents are still very in love and very smitten with each other. They have a good relationship. I grew up watching a solid foundation. They met after high school. They dated, they got married, they waited a couple years, they had my brother, 2 years later they had me. Okay? We had everything but a white picket fence. We had a chain fence. We had no picket fence. Okay? So, and I'm not saying that my parents are better than his parents at all. But when you say my parents I didn't grow up seeing the best communication, right? And then you follow it up with saying, but they were married for 30 years, but they argued all the time, but they were married for 30 years though. They set the bar high. That's not setting the bar. Your bar is in hell. Your parents didn't set a proper example of a healthy marriage for you. Nonetheless, he said that divorce is not an option. He repeats it no less than probably 10 times. It's unsettling. It's given, if I can't have you, no one else can. It's given Joe from you. Okay? But he means that. He means that. So that is Emily and Brennan. I'm not even going to tell y'all why Pastor Cal and why Dr. Pepper and Dr. Pia think that they put them together, because y'all know it be bull. It be stuff like, well, he's very no nonsense, and with her youthful, whimsical spirit, he's going to show her what it means to be in a relationship. Even though his parents argued, he's going to show her this toxic ass relationship that we're going to have. This is going to set the bar for her for all her relationships. What part of that makes any sense? If they're not going to be serious about it, I'm not going to be serious about it either. At all. Next up, we meet Orion and Lauren. So Orion is 27 years old. He is an electrical technician. He's Native American. He said that he has explored his feminine side by going on a date with a man. Perfectly fine. Okay? He said that he got a surprise kiss at the end of the date. He didn't enjoy it, but he still has feminine and masculine energy. He did a lot of... It was weird how he was explaining it, right? To me, at least. To me. But he was saying that because he's very in touch with his culture, he was saying that it causes you to have, to be in tune with both your masculine and your feminine side, which is perfectly fine. My mother is mixed. My mother is is part Native American, half Native American. I'm not gonna say anything. So he said that because of that, so in my mind, he's bi, right? Or at least bi curious. He's bi. Perfectly fine. So my thought process was, did y'all ask Lauren? Would she be okay with that? So we meet Lauren. Okay? We meet Lauren. Lauren is 31 years old. Lauren is queer. Great. But you know what I immediately thought? Y'all saw two queer people. Y'all saw two queer people that signed up for the show, and y'all said, hot damn, let's put them together. They're compatible. You can't tell me any different. I don't care what reasoning they thought they came up with. They saw two queer people sign up for this show, They said, here is our chance to test out a queer relationship on this show, and we're going to do it. You know why this is not going to work, right? Orion said that he's very in touch with his feminine side. Again, perfectly fine. Lauren said that while she has dated both men and women, she prefers the safety that a man provides. She is looking for a protector. She is looking for the masculine side. I don't have a problem with Orion. He seems cool. Well, he seems cool so far. It's just, Lauren said that she is blackity black, black, black. I said, okay, sis. Okay? We blackity black over here, unapologetically black. So she is hoping that he is okay with learning about her culture, being immersed, okay, in the black culture of it all. Girl, I hope you're okay with being immersed in the Native American of it all. So y'all can really teach each other a thing or two. Lauren has a bit of a sad story. So her mother passed away, seems like a couple of months ago. So she's still reeling from that. And, she just didn't expect to be going through her wedding and going into this phase of her life without her mother there. So condolences to her mom. Oh, I couldn't even imagine. Could not even imagine. But that's Orion and Lauren. Okay. Next up, we have Austin and Becca. Y'all dragged Austin on Twitter because he wears his hat backwards. Now, I don't know why that's a big thing. I didn't think anything of it, but apparently y'all don't like the backwards hat. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all have it because I don't know what the issue is with it, but we don't like the backwards hat. Boom, got it. So he is 31 years old. I didn't catch what he did for a living, but he has his parents over, and I believe that was his sister. The way his mom was like, nope, I don't like it. It's not going to work. You either have chemistry or you don't. You can't build chemistry. This is a mistake. You're not ready for marriage. I said, damn, Mama Austin. Jesus. It turned into a roast session. It turned into the roast of Austin. But what that tells me is that Austin has a habit of doing just silly ass things, spur of the moment, spontaneous things without any real thought behind it. And then his parents just either have to clean up his mess or his parents just have to hear about it. Or, Mama Austin is a helicopter mom, and this man is 31 years old, so sis, he's going to do what he wants to do. His dad was like, chances are pretty good this won't work out. I said, well, damn. You should have told your friends like everybody else, because... So we then meet Becca, who is 31 years old. She is a wedding photographer. So she is interested to see how it's going to be on the other side of the lens. So she said life is too short to be normal. And in that moment, I said, why didn't y'all match her up with Michael? Why didn't y'all match Becca up with Michael? Michael said he's weird and eclectic and all that stuff. I mean, this man had a sword at his wedding. What for? A sword and a crown. Becca, who said that life is too short to be normal, would have ate that shit up and loved it. She'd have loved every single part of it. But, too much like right. So she has an autoimmune disorder that causes debilitating back pain, which she said turned into her being in the hospital because she found out she had, did she say endometriosis? So her biggest fear is being a burden to someone because of her condition. And that's really sad because I would hate to think that anybody would feel like they can't go out and find love. They can't date somebody. They don't deserve somebody just because They might have a condition. So I am hoping that Austin is the type that's going to look at her and be like, I got you. Don't even worry about that. So fingers crossed, you don't have the support of his family. So just keep that in mind. Last but not least, we get Cameron and Claire. Not going to work. Calling it now. Cameron is 32 years old. He is not from the States. He is a bicycle shop owner. So he said his parents divorced at the age of 13, and he ended up living with his father, who was a traveling salesman. So he spent a lot of time at home by himself. So because of that, he's looking for family. So we see him telling his pseudo family, a family that he met over in the States, an older couple that has been acting kind of as a pseudo mom for him. If you looking for family, I think this was not the right show for you, Cameron, but I hope it works out in your favor. We then meet Claire, who is 27 years old, and she is a therapist. Claire is a quadruplet. Okay? So Claire is a quadruplet, which dope. I always think twins and triplets and quadruplets. That is so cool to me. So she's a quadruplet. So it was 3 girls and 1 boy. Her brother passed away. He unfortunately took his own life. She went into therapy, or when she wanted to be a therapist, because she felt that she didn't do enough to try to save her brother or try to help him. And I just kind of feel like if you come across this video, girl, you may not. That's not you can't blame yourself for stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's ultimately up to that person to want to get the help that they need, but you can't blame yourself for that at all. But that's super sad. You can tell that it's still bothering her. She said that, life just things just don't feel right because he's not there. So I wonder how long ago did this happen? Because the picture that she showed when it was the 4 of them, they looked kind of older, I should say, at least teenage maybe. So that's too bad. So we have the 2 of them. It might could work. It might could work. I don't have high hopes for any of these couples, but it might could work. All right. So now that we have gotten through the couples, quick refresh. So we have Michael, because I don't have any more pictures. So we have Michael, we have Emily and Brennan, we have Orion and Lauren, we have Austin and Becca, and then we have Claire and Cameron, okay? So we get tux and dress shopping, very uneventful. A couple things that stuck out. Tux shopping is going to be tux shopping. They either going to get a white tux, a gray tux, a black tux, a gray tux, a navy tux. Some people get a hunter green, and that's really it. We don't see any real pizzazz with the tux shopping. Over on the dress shopping, Emily was trying on all these dresses and then said that she doesn't want something that's plain and simple. She wants to be sexy and seductive, but she came out with a plain and simple dress. But girl, if that's what you like, that's what you like. Her friends are trash. Her friends talked about her every chance she got. Why are y'all there? Y'all just wanted to be on TV? Y'all trying to get caught? Bye. Go get you some new friends, Emily, because them hussies that were there with you are not your real friends. We see Lauren have a breakdown because she's trying on these wedding dresses and just thought that this is something she would be doing with her mom. The only part that got me was Lauren's having this breakdown. She's in the back. I heard her crying right away. Right? Everybody's just is she crying? She crying? Yes, she's crying, y'all. Y'all hear? Listen, y'all don't hear her crying? So then her friends and family, they go back there to, console her, check on her. Did y'all see the one lady from the store, or maybe it was production, that didn't know what to do and was just standing there in the middle? Ma'am, get out the way. Go get a box of tissue and sit down. Enjoy your break. She was so in the way, but I really I feel so bad for Lauren, but she said that this was not a breakdown, it was a breakthrough. She feels lighter. This is what she needed to kind of get through this process. So, prayers up for you, girl. So, right away, we get the bachelorette party. I'm so glad that we didn't have to suffer through that awkward scene where all the ladies are meeting and all the guys are meeting. We didn't have to suffer through that. So, Married at First Sight, y'all heard our cry. Y'all heard it. So, on the Bachelor side, Austin did not want to participate with the strippers. He was trying to put his coat around the stripper. He then said that he is all for sex workers. I'm sorry, but when did strippers become sex workers? Okay. Tell me something, but I don't think strippers qualify as sex workers, personally. Michael had an ass clapping in his face. They were doing the most. That girl was on her hands with her legs up. This is Michael's head and these are her legs. And she was clapping her ass. I said, Michael, like, you're getting married. Okay. Orion said that his biggest fear, and this is what took me out, y'all. Orion said his biggest fear about the wedding night is how much it hurts. And everybody was like, what? I was with Brandon. How much what hurt? What you talking? He said because he has a girth problem. And then he said that he has a girth certificate. I said, sit your dumb ass down, Orion. Sit down. The fuck is a girth certificate? Y'all know the last person that talked about how he was slanging and hanging and how all the girls was on him and I gotta fight him off. Y'all remember Justin? Justin that couldn't like get it up or couldn't really have sex with Alexis. What we not gonna do, Orion, is sit here and talk about your girth or lack thereof in front of these other men. Talking about some, y'all ain't never had that problem, guys. What are we doing? Whoo, Orion. I mean, but at the same time, you married to Lauren, who said that she ready to twerk and show her ass too. So she ready to get it on and popping. Y'all could work. Y'all might work. I mean, cool. Fine. If she's fine. Meanwhile, over at the bachelorette party, Lauren is enjoying herself, dancing and body rolling and twerking and stuff like she said she was going to. Meanwhile, Emily is giving drunken boots. This ain't the look, sis. I don't ever want anybody to be so drunk on national color television that you are face down, ass up, cooch out. They had to blur you. That's not good. They had to blur your nether parts. They had to blur your pocketbook. And Emily, you're marrying Brennan. I don't think he's going to like that because Brennan seemed a little uptight. So, sheesh. And that was the bachelor and bachelorette parties. We didn't have to have the awkward conversations of, so are you ready to get married tomorrow? We didn't get none of that, which I appreciated. So we get a wedding, y'all. We get a wedding, the first episode. And not just like the bride walking, turning the corner and peeping like, what? We get a whole wedding. Brennan and Emily are getting married, okay? So once again, Emily's friends is being hating ass bitches. And it's like, y'all, we get it. She ain't never had nobody, okay? We get it. Y'all think that she's selfish. Y'all think she's self-absorbed. I'm thinking y'all selfish and self-absorbed. This is her day. This is the day y'all ain't supposed to do nothing but get dressed and sit there and do whatever it is that she needs and asks you to do. Nobody needs y'all negative Nancy having asses right now. Ugh. And they move their mouths weird. That was bothering me too. So Brennan is worried about her being straight American. because apparently he is Russian. And then he doesn't know how his parents are going to deal with that. If your parents are prejudiced, okay? If your parents are prejudiced towards certain ethnicities, nationalities, races, however you want to put it, why did you bring your simple ass onto this show to marry a stranger? God forbid they gave him a black woman. God forbid they gave him a Hispanic woman, an Asian woman, an Indian woman, a Native American woman. God forbid. You're worried that she's fucking American and y'all are in America? Come on. Come on. So Brennan then says that his parents set the bar high. They did not. They did not. Now, I don't know your parents. I don't know nothing about their relationship. But what you told us, and what you told us you have described as a toxic ass relationship that has piss poor communication. But you said that that's setting the bar high. The bar is in hell, good sir. The bar is in hell. But hey, it's been 30 years and that's all you care about. So we see Brenna's parents. Okay. Brenna's mom said, this is not how I pictured this going down at all. But hey, I'm proud of you for trying to get your soulmate. Very passive aggressive. His father was like, his father's not pleased. His father said, look, do everything that you need to make her happy. We only get married once in this family. Don't mess it up, boy. That's basically what his father was saying. Brennan said that his father can be rude and judgmental. I feel like so can Emily. So I feel like she won't hesitate to tell your parents what it is and what it ain't. That's the vibe I'm getting from Emily. She don't look like she mints her words. Okay. Brennan said once again for the 17th time, this is forever. This divorce is not an option. You can't make somebody stay married to you. You can't. But it's very much so given. If I can't have you, no one else can. It's very much given till death do us part. Okay? So, meanwhile, Emily is in the back, knocking back glasses of champagne. Emily, let me find out you got a little drinking problem. We knocking back too many drinks in such a short amount of time, sis. That's not good. You don't want to go up there and you smell like champagne. You don't want to smell like liquor. You don't want to get drunk and now you're slurring your words and swaying. We want to make a good first impression. Sheesh. So she keeps going outside to get air and stuff like that. She got her homegirls with her, the haters, the hating heifers are there with her. Are you sure you're ready? Why don't you go sit down inside the venue? Why don't you go do that and get out my face? Because that's what I would have said. Quit asking me. Then when she said, let's do it, now y'all all making faces. That's why they didn't let y'all walk in with everybody. Go on and sit down somewhere. Go and sit down. So we get into the altar. He looks pleased. She looks pleased. So far, so good, right? Nobody cringed. Nobody made a face. Nobody. So then we find out, what they're saying, what her family wants you to know. She's fearless, driven, and a carnivore. Okay, so she's a carnivore. She eats meat, y'all. All right. Okay, she's not a vegetarian. I just kind of feel like, why was that necessary to say? But okay. So she has the ability to make friends and she's able to talk for hours. She's like the Energizer Bunny. So be ready to listen. She's loyal and will be dedicated to making you feel loved. Awesome. Really no negative traits. Because y'all know sometimes they be like, and just know that she's going to judge everything you do. So be ready. But she's really sweet and awesome. And it's like, y'all be sabotaging in these little packages. So we find out about him. He's hardworking and he loves deeply. He loves talking, so be prepared to listen to him talk and talk and talk. His inner New Yorker is going to come out. It comes to the surface when he is upset, provoked, whatever the case, but he is very loyal. They said he is going to be willing to give her everything she wants and more. They mentioned something about he looks at the receipt and checks every single line to make sure that everything is billed to the penny. I said, are you cheap or on a budget? Like that's important. That was an important distinction. Nonetheless, they both say I do. I blinked, but I believe they kissed. Twitter didn't say that they didn't. And we are off and we are set with our first couple of Denver. I don't know about this season. I don't know about this season. We're going to thug it out together. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Let me know what you guys thought about Michael. So, I mean, I kind of feel like if you're not going to show this heifer, why even embarrass Michael and put him on the show? Why not cut him out altogether? Are y'all bringing in another wife for him? I have a lot of questions and concerns. Let me know what you guys thought about everything in tonight's episode. If you have not already, don't forget, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, and I will catch you guys tomorrow for a recap on the after party that Keisha Knight, Pooley, and Rudy host. Peace.